What's up, family? I see you guys in here already. Wonderful.
Here's a message for you. Listen.
Check it out.
Liberation has come and it has set me free. Liberation has come, it has set me free. Now that I know the truth, I have victory. I'm gonna say that one more time. Ooh, liberation has come, it has set me free. Ooh, liberation has come, it has set me free. Free. Now that I know the truth,
Yeah.
I have victory. But listen to this. Now they stole us from our homeland, the homeland called black, and brought us here to America and said, Africa, you can never go back. They gave us a book they called the Bible and said, black man, black woman, read it and believe that I know the truth. I have a victory. I'm going to say that again. Now they stole us from our homeland, the homeland called black, and brought us here to America and said, Africa, you can never go back. They gave us a book they called the Bible and said, black man, black woman, read it and believe. But I know the truth. I have the victory. Oh, have mercy, have mercy, have mercy on me. On me, on me. We're your children, please set us free. I know the truth.
Yeah.
Now I have victory. One more thing I want to say here, listen. Now with the stroke of the pen, he wrote many laws. All American citizens, but for us all in none at all. And out of the same old book, he said, doing the others, and you would have them doing the you. That man been lying, cheating, and deceiving me and you. But I know the truth. Yes, I got the victory. Yeah.
Yes.
It has set me free.
Motto Tech family, welcome to another Sunday in Njia online fellowship of the African Village and Cultural Center. I'm your brother, your friend, your teacher, Brother Ray Hagins, and I'm so glad to have you guys with me today. And of course, you're listening to another one of my songs that I just improvised along with Minister Gerald Edwards, and we were playing around, and he came up with these words: liberation has come, and it has set me free. Yeah, and listen, we're not going to listen to the whole song today because we got a long way to go, so I'm going to fade this out so we can open up with our song one more time, all right? Log on and share this with somebody else. Yeah, okay. Once again, it's good to have you guys with me. I see the many of you who have already joined in, and for those who are on their way, well, hey, great, that'd be a good thing. But let's lift our voices now and sing one more time. One more time. God allowed us to come together one more time. Okay, everybody, lift your voice with me today and sing it. Come on. One more time. One more time. God allowed us to come together one more time. One more time. One more time. God allowed us to come together. Yeah, God allowed us to come together one more time. Just one more time. God allowed us to come together one more time. One more time. One more time. God allowed us to come together. God allowed us, yeah, to come together to praise His name. Just to praise His name. God allowed us to come together to praise his name. To praise his name. To praise his name. God allowed us to come together. God allowed us, yeah, to come together to sing our song. To sing our song. God allowed us to come together to sing our song. Sing our song, yeah, to sing our song. God allowed us to come together. God allowed us, yeah. Now let's put those hands together. Come on. Clap our hands, everybody. Clap our hands. God allowed us to come together to clap our hands. To clap our hands. God allowed us to come together. God allowed us, yeah, to come together. Everybody say one more time. Just one more time. God allowed us to come together one more time. One more time. One more time. Oh, God allowed us. God allowed us, yeah, to come together one more time. God allowed us just to praise his name. God allowed us, yeah. He's been so good and kind. God allowed us, yeah. Oh, yes, he did. God allowed us, yeah. God allowed us to come together one more time, family, one more time. God allowed us to come together one more time. And brothers and sisters, I pray that you don't take that for granted. Okay? Dealt with 3 more death notices this past week of acquaintances or friends that I knew or knew of, and this death rate is just going through the roof, man, from this COVID virus. But we're going to talk a little bit about that today in our teaching to kind of help equip us with what we need to understand to navigate in the belly of this beast that we're in, okay? But before going any further, brothers and sisters, we must take a moment to honor those who have gone before us. Yes, we must take a moment to honor our ancestors who suffered, bled, and died for real. I'm not talking about a story of a fictitious character of the Roman Catholic Church now. I'm talking about our African ancestors who truly did suffer. They bled and they died, okay, to pave the way for you and I so that we could be where we are right now today with the rights and privileges that we have. So let's honor our ancestors at this time. Lift our voices together. All right, join in with the brothers and I as we lift our voices today, honoring those who have gone before us. Join in with me, okay? Join in with us by saying these words. O ancestors, blacker than 1,000 midnights, African ancestors, it is to you that we, your children, give respect and honor. O ancestors, we call upon you and welcome you in this place. African ancestors, let your presence fill this place. O ancestors, who have been purposely excluded from the history books so that the world would not know of your greatness. Our African ancestors, who gave civilization to the world. Our African ancestors, who gave the arts to the world. Our African ancestors, who gave music to the world. Our African ancestors, who gave the sciences to the world. Our African ancestors who gave mathematics to the world. Our African ancestors who gave medicine to the world. Our African ancestors who gave literature to the world. Our African ancestors who gave philosophy to the world. Our African ancestors who gave God consciousness to the world. Oh, ancestors, we thank you for devoting your life to make a future for us, your children, grandchildren, and great-grandchildren. Now stand with us, strengthen us, guide us, teach us, and protect us from the snare of our enemies. Rise up, O African ancestors, and let our enemies be scattered, and give us the wisdom and the boldness to deal with our oppressors and those who would hinder the liberation and empowerment of our people. Rise up, O African ancestors, and live in us, and we will not fail to honor you. We will not fail to respect you. We will not fail to hear you, and we will not betray you. Ashe. Yes.
And now, brothers and sisters, we want to take the time to honor just a few of the great Africans who have gone ahead of us.
Yes.
We call forth their great African names and honor them.
Yes.
To pharaohs Narmer, Zoser, Sneferu, Khufu, Khafre, Menkaure, and the great vizier and physician and multi-genius Imhotep, we say
Ashe. Yes.
To Queen Nitocris, Queen Sobek Neferu, Queen Ahotep, Queen Amos Nefertari,
Yes.
Queen King Hatshepsut, Nefertiti, Queen T, and Queen Nefertari II, we say Ashe. To Menkepen Tahuti Mays, known as Thutmose III, Amenhotep III, Akhenaten, Tutankhamun, Ursama Akra, Setepenra, Rametsu, Ramses II, Shabaka, Taharka, Hannibal, and the great African warrior Shaka Zulu, we say Ashe.
Yes.
To all of the kings, queens, priests, and warriors of Nubia, Waset, Ethiopia, Kemet, Kenya, the Congo, Tanzania, Uganda, Central, South, and West Al-Kibu land, we say
Ashe.
To the more than 600 million Africans whose lives were lost in the European invasions of Africa and in the Middle Passage, we say Ashe. To the more than 300 million who have since lost their lives to racism and hate crimes, we say Ashe. To Harriet Tubman,
Ashe.
Frederick Douglass,
Ashe.
Mary McLeod Bethune,
Ashe.
Nat Turner,
Ashe.
Fannie Lou Hamer,
Ashe.
Sojourner Truth,
Ashe.
Carter G. Woodson,
Yes,
Booker T.
Ashe.
Washington, Dr. Charles Drew,
Ashe.
Noble Drew Ali,
Ashe.
Benjamin Banneker,
Ashe.
George Washington Carver,
Ashe.
Bishop Richard Allen,
Ashe.
Bishop Charles Harrison Mason,
Ashe.
Howard Thurman,
Ashe.
Mother Mahalia Jackson,
Ashe.
the Honorable Marcus Mosiah Garvey,
Ashe.
Benjamin E. Mays,
Ashe.
Langston Hughes,
Ashe.
Medgar Evers,
Ashe.
Paul Robeson,
Ashe.
Dr. Martin Luther King,
Ashe.
Malcolm X,
Ashe.
Thurgood Marshall,
Ashe.
Mother Clara Hale,
Ashe.
Adam Clayton Powell,
Ashe.
the Honorable Elijah Muhammad,
Ashe.
Dr. Amos Wilson,
Ashe.
Dr. John Henrik Clark,
Ashe.
Dr. John G. Jackson,
Ashe.
Dr. Shikanta Diop,
Ashe.
Dr. Chancellor Williams,
Dr. Yusef
Dr.
Ben
George
Yakinen.
G. M. James,
Dr. Asa Hilliard. Yes.
Kwame Ture,
Ashe.
Kwame Nkrumah,
Ashe.
Dr. Khalid Muhammad,
Ashe.
Dr. Jacob Carruthers,
Ashe.
Dr. Ishaka Musa Badashago,
Ashe.
Brother
Yes.
Ray Charles,
Ashe.
to our mothers and fathers,
Ashe.
our grandmothers and grandfathers,
Ashe.
to our great-grandmothers and great-grandfathers,
Ashe. Brother
our
John
brothers
Lewis.
and sisters,
Ashe.
sons and daughters,
Ashe.
aunts and uncles,
Ashe.
nieces, nephews, cousins,
Ashe.
all those who have gone ahead of us
Yes.
and have made their ancestral transition
Oh, yes.
to their life, deeds, legacy, and contributions, we say
Ashe.
Again we say
Ashe.
Again we say
Ashe. Yes. Yeah. Sing with me. Allahu Akbar. Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah. Yeah. Allahu Akbar. Allah. It says these words: God is great and he's worthy to be praised. I say hallelujah. God is great and he's worthy to be praised. Yes. I say hallelujah. God make us one. We all should be one. And then the unbelievers will come and say you are with us. God make us one. We all should be one. And then the unbelievers will come and say you are with us. God make us one. We all should be one. And then the unbelievers will come and say you are with us. Yes, Allahu Akbar, which means God is great. Alhamdulillah, he's worthy to be praised. So we say hallelujah. Yeah. Allahu Akbar. Oh, brothers and sisters. Wow. Just another day that God has allowed us to see. And I'm so thankful. Yes, this is the devotion that I do every morning. We just went through. I do that every morning. And I do the oath to the ancestors sometimes 2 or 3 times a day. Yeah, man, okay? Because we should always give them honor. We should always give them praise for their life, their deeds, their legacy, their contributions. Once again, brothers and sisters, I'd like to say welcome to all of you. Ma'at Hotep, which means truth and peace be unto you. To our brothers and sisters who have joined us here, I see you online with us today. Oh, thank you for being with me, brothers and sisters. It's so good to have you here. Yeah. Wherever you are watching from on this planet, it's so good to have you with me right now today. I trust that you're doing well and in good health. I trust that you've been safe. I give honor today to our elders in the African village, to our elders in the African village of St. Louis headquarters, and the brothers and sisters there, to our brothers and sisters of the African village of Youngstown, Ohio, and the elders there, as well as our elder down in Texas from Youngstown, Elder John Clark. Marotep to you, elder. To our elders and brothers and sisters of the African village of Chicago, to our elders and brothers and sisters of the African village of Detroit, to our elders and brothers and sisters of the African village of New York City. Yeah. To our brothers and sisters and elders of the African village of Charleston, South Carolina. To our brothers and sisters down in Florida, to our brothers and sisters in Kansas City, Missouri, and Kansas City, Kansas. Oh man, it's just, I'm thankful to our family down in the Virgin Islands and in Guyana, South America, and in the motherland, of course. And today we want to say a special shout out and Ma'at Hotep to our family right there in Wilson, North Carolina. Yeah, I talked to my dear friend and brother, Pastor Ricky Doutridge, on this week, and he's doing good, and the brothers and sisters there in Wilson are doing good. And if you guys are listening today, we give you a special shout out. Say we thank the Almighty and the ancestors for you and holding up the banner of African liberation in Wilson, North Carolina. Yeah, man, it's good to know that you guys are doing okay. Thank you for being a part of our fellowship. Thank you for being a part of our assignment, a part of our mission. It's just good. It's just good to have you guys with us today. Yeah, brothers and sisters. Listen, I'm in a toss-up here. Well, we didn't do our national anthem on last week, right? So we're going to do it today. I'm going to have to kind of rush through this for time, the teaching, and I don't like doing that, but I don't want to not sing our national anthem again in 2 weeks in a row. So our national anthem is Lift Every Voice and Sing. All right. So come on and lift your voice with me as we sing that today. All right. Yeah, let's be proud of who we are. Lift every voice and sing till earth and heaven ring. Ring with the harmonies of liberty. Let our rejoicing rise. Come on, everybody. Lift every voice and sing till earth and heaven ring. Ring with the harmonies of liberty. Let our rejoicing rise high as the listening skies. Let it resound loud as the rolling sea. Sing a song full of the faith that the dark past has taught us. Sing a song full of the hope that the present has brought us. Facing the rising sun of our new day begun. Let us march on till victory is won. Stony the road we trod, bitter the chastening rod, felt in the days when hope unborn had died, yet with a steady beat have not our weary feet come to the place for which our fathers sighed. Think about the words. We have come over a way that tears have been watered. We have come treading our path through the blood of the slaughtered. Out from the gloomy past till now we stand at last where the white gleam of our bright star is cast. God of our weary years, God of our silent tears, Thou who hast brought us thus far on the way, Thou who hast by Thy might led us into the light, keep us forever in the path we pray. Lest our feet stray from the places, our God, where we met Thee, and lest our hearts, drunk with the wine of the world, forget Thee, shadowed beneath Thy hand, may we forever stand true to our God, true to our native land. Yes, true to our God, true to our native land. Oh yeah, true to our God, true to our native land. Yabo family, Woo, man, true to our God and true to our native land. That's our song. Once again, brothers and sisters, for those who may have logged on late, welcome to another Sunday online Njia Fellowship of the African Village and Cultural Center. I'm Ray Hagins, your brother, your friend, your teacher, and I'm so glad to have you guys with me today. I want to say top of the morning, or maybe it's really the bottom of the morning now, just about right, getting ready to go into the afternoon, and it is afternoon for some of you where you are. But I want to say model tip to the Minister Herndon, who's assisting me today, and to our ministers of the African Village, Minister Karen Stewart, who is in St. Louis today handling some more business for our elder Ari and the children there. And while I'm on that note, I want to say thank you to those of you who are still sending in donations. Okay, let me see if Sister Valerie answered my text. No, she didn't do it yet. One of our brothers who watches and heard the call for help sent in 2 checks, okay, to help support our elder and help these children who went out today and not today, but this week. Minister Stewart went and secured bed frames for the young people, so they don't have to sleep on the floor. Okay, and putting their mattress on bed frames, and you'd be surprised, brothers and sisters, the things that our people need. Okay, and sometimes they just don't say it because they don't want to burden anyone else or whatever. But how are people supposed to know what your needs are if you don't mention it, if you don't say anything? And so Minister Stewart has been really working close in there. So Minister Stewart, I say thank you. Okay, Asante Sana, we appreciate you for getting in there and making sure that our elder and those children that family have what they need. And again, brothers and sisters, for those of you who have made donations to help this family during their time of need, thank you so very much. And again, like I said, the donations have still been coming in, so we thank you for that. Thank you so much for that. Yeah, that's what it's all about. I get joy out of doing the work, not running the mouth, but doing the work. I get joy out of that. It's almost like the Bible says, be not just hearers of the word, but be doers also, and we have to put our work where our mouth is. You see what I'm saying? They say put our money where our mouth is. Well, not just our money, our work, our effort, our time, our sacrifice, our talents, where our mouth is. You see? Okay, yeah. Well, brothers and sisters, let me get right into the teaching for today. Okay, because I got a serious message for y'all today, and I want y'all to get something to write with. I'm telling you now, we're going to school. Okay, we're going to school today. So get some writing materials out so you can take notes. I'm going to be saying a lot. Write this down, write this down, write this down. Okay, I want you to write down things today so that you can verify what I'm saying. Understand me here. Okay, I want you to be able to go see for yourself. One of the things that I do not like is when people say, well, Dr. Hagins said, or Dr. Hagins teaches us. I appreciate your respect. Don't get me wrong. Okay. But one of the most insulting things that you can say for your own mindset is regurgitating what someone else said instead of knowing for yourself. You follow what I'm saying? And this is one of the reasons why I say don't take my word for what I'm saying. Do your own research so that when you do open your mouth, you know what you're talking about and you're not speaking from the perspective of hearsay. You follow what I'm saying? Okay? So, hey, man, do the homework. Write down, okay, write down the things that I'm going to say today. Now, you can't write it all down. In fact, I'm going to be talking so fast and moving so fast, you're probably going to have to come back and watch this message again. okay, to catch the notes that you did not get, okay? And of course, as I say certain things, Minister Herndon, you can place certain notes in the comments section for people who may not have caught a certain thing, like Public Law 91-231, I believe it is, okay? I'm going to talk about that today, and for those of you who don't know about it, stand by because you're getting ready to learn about it, okay? I want you to see what's going on, but before I do that, let's make our illustration and say it with meaning today, okay? Make a circle like this and repeat after me. And look at it. Look at that circle and say, the space inside this circle represents my realm of knowledge. All that I think I know about whatever I think I know is depicted right here within this circle. I must keep in mind that there is more to know than what is within the circumference of my awareness. Did you get that? Brothers and sisters, if never before, this illustration is going to have real meaning for you today, because I'm going to be sharing some information that I'm sure many of you out there know nothing about, okay? I'm not sharing with you figments of my imagination. I'm sharing with you laws, documented evidence that you can easily verify and validate for yourself. That's why I'm saying prepare to write down what I'm saying today. Okay? Prepare to write down what I'm saying. Why do I do what I do? I also do this every Sunday as well. I like to reiterate every week what my assignment is. I want to be sure that you guys understand what my assignment is. I'm not talking about your assignment. I'm talking about my assignment, okay? My assignment, the reason why I came out of my mother's womb, okay? Follow this now. The reason why I incarnated into this earth realm, okay, is to begin the process of undoing and reversing ideas and concepts that's been programmed into the minds of our people by the religious statements and church doctrines that have caused us to adopt a belief system that has resulted in our loss of contact with what is real, our loss of contact with what is factual, our loss of contact with what is historical, and our loss of contact with what is spiritual. Okay? That's why I exist. Why do you exist? Do you know what your purpose on this planet is? You must know that, because if you don't know what your reason for being is and your purpose for being is, every day of your life will be spent carrying out someone else's agenda. Hear me. All right? So you have to know what your assignment is. Yes. Okay. Well, today, brothers and sisters, I want to talk to you from this subject: the suppression of African consciousness and empowerment. The suppression of African consciousness and empowerment. Brothers and sisters, we Africans are at a point in the history of our existence that is more crucial and serious than we have ever been before. Strategically designed viruses, such as what we're going through right now on the planet, designed viruses, drugs, and the use of smart weapons. And you say, Brother Ray, what are smart weapons? The three most popular smart weapons, and notice how I'm referring to them as smart weapons, are the Bible, the bottle, and the bullet. Okay, these are some of the most strategically devastating devices that the European powers have ever used against African people, with the purpose of extirpating us from the face of the earth. And when I say extirpate, I mean to get rid of, to eliminate us from the face of the earth. Okay, so we must understand that we're in a situation here. In addition to this is the battle for the African mind. and the greatest device used in the destruction of the African mind, besides white Ivy League colleges and universities, is the television. Yes, the television. We must keep in mind, brothers and sisters, that it took approximately 500 plus years of European Christian missionary work to accomplish what Africans now believe is the will of God. Did you get what I just said? It took in fact, over 500 years plus years of European Christian missionary work to accomplish what many of our people now believe is the will of God. And what is that? What do our people think is the will of God? Without realizing it, this is what they think. They think that the will of God is the changing of the Black African mind into a white Europeanized mind. Oh, yeah. In fact, that's recorded in the book, The Golden Stool, by Reverend Edwin W. Smith, a well-known preacher back in his day who was a consultant for the invasion and colonization of the motherland. He wrote the book called The Golden Stool. And he said that in order to Christianize the African, you must first Europeanize the African. So you'd be surprised how many of our people subliminally think that the will of God is the changing of the African mind into a white Europeanized mind. And I got proof that that's what many of our people think because they sing it. Oh, yeah, they sing it. Have y'all, some of you might have heard this song, Lord Jesus, I want to be perfect, perfectly whole. I want you to live in my soul. And then further into the song, it says these words, Lord Jesus, if you wash me, check out this part now. If you wash me, Lord Jesus, if you wash me, I'll be whiter, whiter, whiter than snow. What are Black folk doing singing a song like that? If you wash me, I'll be whiter than snow. Those of us who know better can and must change the minds of our people back into its African self. Understand what I'm saying, family. No matter how long it takes, even if it takes another 500 years, we must put our minds back to where it's supposed to be. The beast. In fact, I'm sure some of you, if you know your Bible well, this thing called the beast. It's a phrase that is taken from the Bible as used in the book of Revelation. In the book of the Revelation, yes, with reference to an entity. In fact, the beast in the biblical text, the beast is supposedly an entity that will rule and govern the socio-political and economic systems of the world. The word beast comes from the word therion, spelled Therion, therion, which is has a metaphorical meaning in its context. And within the context of its usage, the phrase the beast. Let me give you the definition of what it means, even from Strong's Concordance. It means a brutal, savage, ferocious, bestial people in power. Did you get what I just said? Who is the beast that's mentioned in the book of the Revelation? Again, it is the brutal, savage, ferocious, bestial people in power. They are referred to in the book of the Revelation as the beast. Okay, y'all are thinking there's going to be some monster coming up out of the earth. That's not the beast. The beast are a people in power, a wicked people in power. Now, who does that sound like to you? What people best fits this description? How about the Illuminati? How about the Bilderberg Group? How about MJ12? How about the Council on Foreign Relations? How about the Trilateral Commission? How about the Committee of 300? How about the Club of Rome? How about the Christian Church? All of this can be referred to as the beast, brothers and sisters. Okay, understand this. Write this down. The project for a new American century. Write that down. The project for a new American century. Now, just write it down. Go back later and do your own research on it. Okay? They put out a report, and in that report, it was titled Rebuilding America's Defenses, Strategy, Forces, and Resources for a New Century. This report revealed that the United States government now has a bomb that can be genetically modified to kill people within certain and specific genetic traits. Yes, I told y'all I'm going to share. Man, listen, I'm going to share some stuff with y'all today that's going to go way outside your circle that you didn't know about. But don't take my word for what I'm saying. Write it down and go verify what I'm saying. Yes, brothers and sisters, the United States government now has a bomb that can kill people with certain and specific genetic traits. A bomb that can be modified to kill Caucasians or Caucasians with red hair, for example, or blondes, okay, or short people. Genetically modified to kill just Arabs, genetically modified to kill just Chinese or Africans. Don't take my word, family. Write this down, please. U.S. biowarfare gene bomb. Write that down, okay? And when you have the time, look it up and read about it for yourself. Again, that's U.S. biowarfare gene bomb, Gene, like genetics. Yes, okay. I'm talking about a bomb, brothers and sisters, that can be set off anywhere in the world. And within a matter of days or weeks or months, depending on how it's programmed, okay, it would kill every person on the planet who fits the bomb's genetic profile. Okay? Yeah, this is not one of those messages, man, to make you feel good today. All right, this is one of those messages to inform you today, educate you today. I want to equip you, brothers and sisters. I'm talking about a device, a bomb that goes off silently. You don't hear no explosion without anybody realizing that thing has even been released or where it was released. You won't know it until people start dying in mass numbers. So this government, brothers and sisters, not only leads the world in germ warfare, the United States of America leads the world in gene warfare. Gene warfare. Write that down. Gene warfare. Yes, understand, brothers and sisters. Gene or genetic warfare. We're dealing with genetic racism. Understand how deep this goes. Now, how long has this government been doing stuff like this? Okay, I'm getting ready to drop some data on y'all now. So get ready to write down these dates, write down these years. Okay? In 1889, brothers and sisters, I did not say 1989 or 1998. I said in 1889. way back that far. That's right. The United States government began to use what's called mycoplasmas to cause epidemics. I call them plandemics because they're strategically and purposely activated in society. Write that down. mycoplasmas. Mycoplasma or mycoplasmas. Write that down, okay? The United States government started using mycoplasmas back in 1889. Understand how deep this goes. In 1902, the United States government formed, and write this down, the Station for Experimental Evolution. See, you didn't learn this stuff in church, and you sure ain't gonna learn it in school. They're not gonna tell you in school about this because they need you to believe in your government. Okay, in 1902, the United States government formed the state, and write that down, Station for Experimental Evolution. Again, that's Station for Experimental Evolution. This was formed in 1902 by the United States government to create diseases that were ethnic in nature. Not that it was caused by nature, but these diseases are strategically designed to go after certain ethnic groups. In 1902, the United States government created the Station for Experimental Evolution just for that purpose. In 1918, the influenza virus that killed millions of innocent victims around the world was created by the United States government. It was a flu virus that was modified with a bird mycoplasma. I just told you about mycoplasmas, right? Well, this bird mycoplasma, okay, spliced experiments, scientists in a laboratory, yes, took bird virus and bacteria, inserted this mycoplasma into this vaccine for which humans had acquired no immunity. Understand, brothers and sisters, there's a war going on. Let me tell you some more. Get ready, y'all. I'm getting ready to share some stuff with y'all. In 1921, now many of you know about Black Wall Street, the bombing of Tulsa, Oklahoma in 1921. But you don't know about the genetic stuff that was going on in 1921, targeted at us, Black people, Africans. In 1921, there was a eugenicist named Bertrand Russell. Write his name down, Betrand, Bertrand Russell. Okay? And this eugenicist said, and I quote him, "There is a necessity for organized plagues against the Black population." Why us, brothers and sisters? We're the only race of people on this planet that programs for genocide and biochemical genetic annihilation tactics have been designed for us. It was determined, brothers and sisters, that mycoplasmas will forever be at the heart of the United States biological warfare program. When they realized how effective the use of mycoplasmas were, they said we're going to use mycoplasmas in every plague, every planned pandemic, they call it, every epidemic, okay? Mycoplasmas are used. Yeah, just like a lot of people are dealing with pneumonia, not understanding that it's a mycoplasma pneumonia, which is a bacterial pneumonia that many people are dying from even now as I speak to you, because they insert the mycoplasmas in all of their virus programs. In 1932, from 1932 to 1972, for 40 years, the United States Public Health Service, listen, y'all, I said the United States Public Health Service conducted the Tuskegee syphilis experiment. And it lasted for 40 years, where this government strategically, intentionally, and on purpose injected syphilis into the black population. Oh my goodness. In 1945, hundreds of foreign scientists were brought into the United States biological warfare program to design biowarfare devices for genocide. Let me slow down, man. I'm getting so emotional about this. I'm getting tongue-tied. Did y'all get what I just said? In 1945, hundreds of foreign scientists were brought into the United States to work in the United States biowarfare program to design devices for the genocide of non-white people. Don't take my word for it, brothers and sisters. It was called Operation Paperclip. Write that down, please. Operation Paperclip. Do the research on it and you'll see what I just told you. Then in 1949, I'm just going through the timeline here to show you how wicked this government is and has been. Okay? They are and they have been wicked down through the years. In 1949, another eugenicist named Bjorn Sigurdsson, who was also called the grandfather of AIDS. In 1949, he came up with what is called the Visna virus. Now understand, brothers and sisters, a Visna virus is a bioengineered virus that has the same DNA patterns as HIV. And somebody said, what is a eugenicist? Well, a eugenicist is a person who advocates, supports, and practices eugenics. Eugenics comes from the word Eugene. The root word of eugenics is Eugene. You may know somebody named Eugene. The word Eugene means good genes. Okay? So people literally see black folk as dysgenic. Grab what I'm saying here. The powers that be do not see African people as eugenic, or that we have good genes, even though they know that our genes are superior. They see us as dysgenic individuals, that our genes are not good. And so eugenicists have decided, such as the founder of the American eugenicist movement, Margaret Sanger, who also is the founder of Planned Parenthood, put the dots together. Margaret Sanger, who the founder of Planned Parenthood, was an American eugenicist, okay? And she and Clarence Gamble, the owner of Procter & Gamble, understand this, brothers and sisters. It's all around us, man. And you think everything is all right. Margaret Sanger and Clarence Gamble, eugenicists. They were the founders of the eugenicist movement in America. Now, actually, eugenicists all over the world. And it's really tragic And I don't mean to say that all medical professionals are eugenicists. Please be sure you don't mistake me to say that. But it becomes real, real wrong when your doctors are eugenicists, meaning that even though they've taken the the Hippocratic Oath, okay, they have pledged to carry out the program of the eugenicist movement, and that is the extirpation of people of color. Yes, brothers and sisters, this is the society in which we live. Let me give you some more dates to bring it up to today. In 1957, the United States Pentagon was given permission to aggressively, and I'm quoting from the minutes now, to aggressively deploy offensive biological agents on certain ethnic groups. This was decided in 1957 to give the Pentagon permission to deploy offensive biological agents on certain groups. On February 12th, 1962, under the disguise of cancer research. I'm sure you might have heard of that before. Under the disguise of cancer research, the United States government created plans to commit premeditated murder on millions of people by way of the United States Special Virus Program through a contract with a company known as Pfizer. Uh-oh. I bet that rung a bell, didn't it? That's right. February 12th, 1962, under the disguise of cancer research. It wasn't cancer research, but they had to name it that, okay, to make it acceptable to you. Under the disguise of cancer research, the United States government created plans to literally commit premeditated murder. Now, Brother Ray, why you say premeditated murder? Because that was the plan. The whole reason why they used the United States Special Virus Program, okay, under a contract with Pfizer, was to destroy a certain genetic type of people. Then in 1967, the Central Intelligence Agency launched a full-scale assault on Africa using their Technical Services Division's secret inoculator program. Oh yeah, you didn't know that, did you? The Central Intelligence Agency, yes, had, and they probably still have, what is called the inoculator program, okay, in which they inject viruses in the world's population all over the world. On Tuesday, July 1st, 1969, bringing the dates up to the current date, right? But I want to give you this timeline so you can see how long these wicked people have been committing murder and working against nature because they are not natural themselves. They are not a people of nature. On Tuesday, July 1st, 1969, the United States Congress awarded $10 million to the Pentagon, to the Department of Defense, to create a synthetic biological agent to attack the autoimmune system, thus rendering a vaccine for a cure impossible. Impossible. What I just said to you comes from their very minutes. To create a synthetic biological agent to attack the autoimmune system, thus rendering a vaccine for a cure impossible. That was done. That money was awarded on Tuesday, January 1st, 1969. 2 weeks later, on July 18th, President Richard Nixon sent a memo to Congress telling them they need to solve the problem of overpopulation. You hear what I'm saying? Why didn't you hear about this? In fact, why wasn't this in the news media? Why didn't cable network news or news network, whatever it is, CNN, why didn't they, ABC News, NBC News, or Reuters, why didn't they tell you about this stuff? See, brothers and sisters, well, this plan to create this synthetic biological agent to attack the autoimmune system was carried out at USAMRIID. USAMRIID. That's an acronym which stands for United States Army Medical Research Institute for Infectious Diseases at Fort Detrick, Maryland. That's where this was carried out under the cryptonym, and cryptonym is a code name. That's what it is, all right? But under the cryptonym Project MK Naomi. Okay, let me tell you what those letters stand for. The M, Mike, K, Kilo, MK stands for the last names of the two doctors that spearheaded the program, Robert Maneker and Paul Coton. These two doctors spearheaded Project MK Naomi. Now, Naomi is the acronym which stands for Negroes are only momentary individuals. But y'all didn't know that because y'all too busy praising and jumping up and down and looking for something that's not even going to happen, putting your hope in something that's never going to happen. You better learn, brothers and sisters. You better listen to those who the ancestors send to liberate us from the devices of our enemy. That's why I put in the oath to the ancestors. Ancestors, rise up, O African ancestors, and let our enemies be scattered. We're in a warfare that we need the strength of our ancestors to come to our aid. Let me give you some more dates. On March 16th, 1970, President Richard Nixon signed Public Law 91-213. You want to write that by writing PL for Public Law, PL 91-213. That's right. Nixon signed that public law into law and appointed somebody by the name of John D. Rockefeller III to oversee the plan to carry out the genocidal nature of depopulation. 7 years later, June of 1977, President Jimmy Carter, under the United States Special Virus Program, he signed a bill, and under the United States Special Virus Program, the United States created, hear this family, hear this. The United States created, or made, I should say, 15,000 gallons of the human immunodeficiency virus. Let me let that sink in. Now, the reason why I'm letting that sink in, brothers and sisters, is because, and I want you to hear me well, a virus particle is so small that you need an electron microscope to see the thing. Not a regular microscope, an electron microscope to see a virus particle, because they're just that small. A virus particle is so small that if you were to put a virus particle on the tip pointed end of a sewing needle, follow me, see this in your mind. If you were to take a virus particle and put it on the pointed end of a sewing needle, it would be like you standing in an open football field. The football field would be the tip of the needle. Your body would be the viral particle. That's how small viruses are. A virus is the smallest replicating organism on this planet. Okay? And this is the monster that they are using for genocide all over the world. Yes, 15,000 gallons of the human immunodeficiency virus, which was created by the Department of Defense at Fort Detrick, Maryland. This virus was put in vaccines. The virus was put in vaccines. I'm going to say it one more time for you. The virus was put in vaccines. In fact, that's how they have dispensed viruses all over the world, in vaccinations. And they dispensed this HIV, oh my God, the human immunodeficiency virus in sub-Saharan Africa, what we know as the Congo, in New York, in Atlanta, in San Francisco, and in Los Angeles. Yes. Let me move on, family. So now we fast forward to the present pandemic, I call it. This thing called COVID. Yeah, I'm sure you've heard about it. If you haven't, I don't know where you've been. All right. So many lives have been lost. Y'all, people are saying COVID took their life, or they lost their life to COVID. Lives of more than 2 million people have been lost to COVID. More than 97 million people are infected. As I speak to you, more than 97 million are infected. And although the planners wanted something that you and the rest of the world would think came from Mother Nature, people are awakening to the reality that the beast that I just mentioned earlier really is a brutal, savage, ferocious, bestial people in power. And my heart hurts to see how my people are running to the same evil, wicked beast so he can stick you with a needle. You're running to the beast like sheep running to their own slaughter. And you're believing the lies of the beast. The beast is lying to you. The beast is the one who's been doing this mess for centuries. Genocide. Now they're telling you they can help you by giving you a needle, a shot. You see, brothers and sisters, when we begin to observe, analyze, and critique how all of these devices have been carefully and strategically designed to infiltrate our communities with the goal of eliminating 75% of the world's non-white population by the year 2050. By the year 2050. 29 more years. Then we'll begin to understand the politics of racism and how it operates in this country. The main objective of racism, brothers and sisters, is the maintenance of white supremacy. Understand this, man. White supremacy must be maintained. I don't care who in the hell you vote for president. Doggone it. White supremacy, the maintenance of white supremacy, that is the objective of racism. The maintenance of white supremacy, white world domination, and the control of the world economic trade. And this must be, listen, y'all, this country was built on that. That's the foundation upon which this country exists. And the only way you're going to stop that is tear up the foundation. Shoot, y'all. What good is remodeling a house if the foundation is wicked? Remodeling a house if the foundation is evil? Remodeling a house if the foundation is y'all get the point? Brothers and sisters, you must understand, it is politically expedient and beneficial to the purposes of white supremacy to saturate the African community with drugs and biochemically engineered diseases. It's expedient and beneficial to their purposes to destroy our communities and the people within our communities. Just like they had to destroy the minds of young African students who were sweeping across college campuses throughout the country and developing the strategy needed to defeat white supremacy. Yes, our Black young adults were doing this back in the 60s. Some of the finest young African minds that the Black community in the world has ever produced came out of the 1960s, man. They formed organizations such as the Black Panther Party for Self-Defense, SNCC, Student Nonviolent Coordinating Committee, the Freedom Now Party, CORE, the Congress on Racial Equality, the Uhuru Movement, the New Pan-African Movement. White racist conservatives literally saw young, intelligent African men as a threat to white supremacy, and therefore the movements had to be stopped. You understand what I'm saying? So the United States Department of Justice, through the Federal Bureau of Investigation, launched what was called the Counterintelligence Program, in cooperation with local police departments all over the country, to literally suppress the resurrection of African consciousness and empowerment. That's our subject today. They did all of this. All of this has been done. Everything I said so far has been done for the purpose of suppressing the resurrection of African consciousness and empowerment, family. And understand something here. Black men and Black women were used as agents to infiltrate and subvert Black organizations that promoted African liberation. Understand this, brothers and sisters. The strategy used to prevent the progress of African liberation and empowerment is, number one, it was to, first of all, assassinate the leaders. Let's kill the leaders, either physically kill the leaders or assassinate their character so they will lose their influence. You understand what I'm saying? The second thing is destroy the organization itself. And the third thing is saturate the Black community with drugs in order to mess up the minds of African young people so that they will never again use their African minds to challenge the racist white regime of America. This is so important to understand, brothers and sisters. These programs are serious, man, because the people who put them in play are serious about getting rid of us. Don't y'all believe this foolishness talking about in Christ there's no Jew nor Gentile, no bond nor free, no Black or white. Come on, people, wake up. I think about our brilliant Black minds of the 60s, man. Stokely, the brothers who created founded the Black Panther Party for Self-Defense, Huey Newton and can't call other brother's name right now. Y'all know who I'm talking about. These brilliant minds when these guys were young. Kwame Nkrumah, okay? Steve Biko, you name it, man. Working as liberators of African people and so many others. Many of them are now dead or incarcerated in so-called correctional institutions where they can be watched and contained. Or they went into the ministry so they could be good Negroes. And preachers who are listening to me, don't be offended. I'm not saying you are necessarily a good Negro. What I'm saying is the ministry of the Christian church is designed for the anesthetization of our people. Preacher, you're the main agent, one of the main agents, along with as I told you, the smart weapons, right? The Bible, the bottle, and the bullet. Well, preacher, you're the man with the Bible in his hand. And that's the weapon they gave you to use to keep our people asleep. Others were offered positions of prominence. Have you ever taken notice of those those soldiers for African liberation back in the day who were making a difference, were approached by the government and given government positions such as ambassador or congressman, or appointed to the Supreme Court? That was how they shut some of our people up, brothers and sisters. The former director of the Federal Bureau of Investigation, J. Edgar Hoover, I quote him. J. Edgar Hoover said, the Black Panther, I'm quoting now, the Black Panther Party was the greatest threat to the national security of the United States. How is the Black Panther Party a threat to the national security of the United States? What Hoover was really saying was that the Black Panther Party was a threat to white men and white supremacy because of the example that they were setting in society. Now, the white power structure is on its way out. You know why? Because our people are waking up. God and the ancestors has sent messengers. I'm just one of them. Minister Louis Farrakhan, Dr. Shaka Musa Barashango, our teachers, our warrior scholars, Dr. Jacob Carruthers, warrior scholars. Yeah, man. God and the ancestors have sent scholars to wake us up. And some of us are listening. Like those of you right now who are logged on and watching this teaching. You're waking up. Some of y'all can't handle some of the things I say. I understand that because that's where you are. But keep listening. Just keep on listening. And if you can't prove me wrong, then change your ways. If you can prove me wrong, then I'll change my way in what I'm saying. I had a sister say to me a few weeks ago that God is not going to be pleased with me until I return back to the church and speak in tongues as the Spirit gives utterance and fall out on the floor and repent and stand before the world and say I was wrong. I told her that's not going to be happening. I told her straight up, that will not be happening. It is the hand of God, is the will of God, is the purpose of God that I am doing what I'm doing right now. Hell, if I'm going back to that level of ignorance, not doing that, man. So understand, brothers and sisters, our people are gradually waking up. I would like to see a lot more of us wake up, though. But it's going to come in time. Those who are supposed to awaken will awaken. I told that same sister, I said, what I'm saying, sister, is not for you. Unfortunately, it's not for you. I'm sorry, but it's not for you. I'm praying that her eyes will open, but I don't have the power to open those eyes. My job is to put the truth out there. Okay, only God can illuminate the mind with the truth. I can present the truth, but only God can illuminate your mind with the knowledge of the truth. Okay? So as I said, the white power structure is on its way out. It may take 5 years. It may take 10 years. It may take 50, or it may take 100 years. But it's going to happen. Oh, yeah. The question then becomes, and here's as I get ready to bring this to an end here, the question is now, when the white power structure is out, will you be prepared? Will we be prepared as a people and ready to step in and take advantage of our share of the world when it does happen? When it happens, as the phrase you might have heard in politics, the draining of the swamp, right? When the draining of the swamp happens, will you be ready to step to the plate? Will you be ready to manage our share of the wealth and resources that are rightfully ours anyway? Will we be able to determine our destiny as a people? Put that goal in your mind. Put that goal in your mind that we can step to the plate and assume our rightful place as Moors. We need to develop leaders, brothers and sisters, who will be ready, willing, and able to step in and fill that gap. And when I speak of leaders, don't get it twisted. I'm not speaking about people who are self-appointed leaders in the Black community and calling themselves leaders, but are nothing more than puppets of the white supremacists or ambulance chasers. Every time a crisis happens, they go running and show up on the scene for a photo op. I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about genuine, authentic, legitimate leaders who really put the welfare of African people first and not build or create an organization just so they can raise money for themselves. Brothers and sisters, you understand, man, I'm serious here. We got work to do, man. There's so much that's been put in place, strategically designed and put in place to get rid of us. It's bad enough that they messed up, that they messed up our minds, that we're suffering from a serious case of menticide through their programming. Now they're not only messing with our minds, they're messing with our biology. They messed with our spirituality a long time ago by replacing our God consciousness with a phony God consciousness. Brothers and sisters, we got work to do. And I want to close out this teaching today with the words of one of the greatest men I've ever known. And it was an honor to know him. It was an honor to meet and sit at his feet. And that is none other than the late, great ancestor warrior scholar, Dr. John Henrik Clarke. I quote him today. Dr. Clarke said these words: "It must be remembered that no invader came into Africa to do the African any good. This includes Arabs as well as the Europeans who came into Africa." He went on to say, "We must remove from our minds a concept that was false to begin with, the concept of the invader as civilizer." He concluded by saying the invader never brings civilization. They bring their way of life. They bring their way of life at the expense of the culture of the people they invade. Brothers and sisters, understand, man. Understand that the suppression of African liberation and empowerment has been going on since the 1800s. okay, in this country. It's been going on in the motherland since 700 years before 8th century BC. So for well over 2,500 years, there's been the suppression of African consciousness and empowerment. You have to make a difference in your life. That's why Brother Ray is doing this. That's why I'm sitting right here right now talking to you, so that you can make a difference. But you can't make a difference until you know better. You can't make a difference until you have right knowledge. You can't make a difference until you know the truth. I didn't say you can't make a difference until you know doctrine, or until you have an emotional experience where you're hollering and screaming and crying and speaking in some kind of foreign language. No, that ain't got nothing to do with your empowerment and liberation. It's the knowing of the truth. It is the knowledge of the truth that will make you free. The knowledge of the truth that will make you free. Okay? Yeah. I got to close this, brothers and sisters. But having said that, the knowledge of the truth, you know what, I'll save that for next week and sing it because my time is up. But I did a song entitled Africa and Africans Must Be Free. Okay? We must be free. Brothers and sisters, I've enjoyed sharing with you today, as I do all the time. Okay? Today was a little bit more serious for me, though, because I want you guys to understand that there's somebody out here trying to kill us. And it's deep because we're the only ones out here who don't know that. Oh, yeah, there's some of us who do. But the masses of our people don't believe what I'm saying. They don't believe that there are devices in place for the elimination of our people. They want to extirpate us off the face of the earth. Like Margaret Sanger said in her eugenicist program, it would have been better for Negroes to never have been born. That's why we must do our part to rid the world of them. This is the thinking of eugenicists. Yes, brothers and sisters. My goodness, man. We got work to do here. I'm checking my notes here. Okay, I see a text coming in. I thought it was a sister answering my question. Well, brothers and sisters, as I close, I want to let you know you're invited to log on and listen to Black Liberation Webcasting Network. The website is our website. The web address is our website, wblr.com, which is also theafricanvillage.org, same website. Okay, listen to us 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. I'm teaching, as I'm doing right now. Okay, on various topics. Listen and learn. I also invite you to join me on Q&A with Dr. Ray every Wednesday night at 7 o'clock at the same spot, on Black Liberation Webcasting Network. Okay, I also invite you to subscribe to my YouTube channel and my Periscope channel. Subscribe, okay? Yes, if you're watching me on YouTube right now, go ahead and subscribe. If you're not watching when we finish, go to my YouTube channel and subscribe, all right? I want to build our numbers up exponentially, man. I want to see our numbers go, so I'll know that we're reaching people and more people and more people and more people with the truth. Okay? Lastly, I invite you to make a donation to the African Village and Cultural Center and to help us with this work that we're doing, okay? Yes, make a donation, brothers and sisters, to help us with the work, okay? Yeah, boy, make a donation to help us with the work here. I'm trying to find my place here on this computer, man. And where am I? Did I close out? Did I close? Oh, here we are. I thought I turned the broadcast off, and I'm just doing all this teaching, and I didn't see it on the screen there. Okay, so brothers and sisters, help us out. Make a donation here. And again, I thank you for the donations that have already come in. In fact, Model Tech, Brother Tom, I saw before I even started, man, I saw your donation. So thank you, brother, for your support. Okay? Yeah. So brothers and sisters, there's the address to make your donations. Okay? Make your donation to help us with our expenses here. Okay, if you're donating through PayPal, you see it there on the screen, paypal.com. Go to our PayPal address is africanvillage1@aol.com. Okay? And I've seen, in fact, a couple more PayPal donations came in. Yeah, man. Okay, if you're donating through Cash App, my Cash App address is Dr. Ray Hagins, as you see there, #, Dr. Ray Hagins. Or if you're donating through Zelle, my email address, rayhagins@gmail.com. Okay, make your donation and help us here. All right, help us here. Thank you, brothers and sisters, for being with me today. And of course, we have to close out with our fun song, The African in Me Loves the African in You. When we come together, there's nothing we can't do. You know why? Because you're easy to love. All right, so let's close out with that. And hey, man, listen, share this video. Create a watch party if you're on Facebook, okay? If you're watching on YouTube, or go to YouTube and copy the link to this video today and send it out to as many people as you can, all right? The information I shared today in today's program, our people need to know about this, man. Y'all running out here doing everything just because somebody has MD behind their name, you think they know what they're talking about for your health. No, they know what they're talking about as far as what they've been programmed to say. Yeah. Okay, let's do the work, brothers and sisters. Okay, you're easy to love. Come on. African in me loves the African in you. When we come together, ain't nothing we can't do. Yes. Just got a text message that says, wow, I guess you're learning. Wonderful. Yeah, you'd be surprised what's going on in this world today concerning you and I. Come on, everybody, the African in me. The African in me. Love the African in you. When we come together, there ain't nothing we can't do, 'cause you're easy. You're easy. Easy to love. Yes, I hope you guys took notes today. If you didn't, you got to come back and listen again, all right? The African in me loves the African in you. When we come together, there ain't nothing we can't do, 'cause you're easy. Yeah, 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 you're easy. Yeah, 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 easy to love. Yes, you're easy to love. How about the blackness in me? Love the blackness in you. Blackness in me. Love the blackness in you. When we come together, there ain't nothing we can't do, 'cause you're easy. Oh, yes, you're easy. Easy to love. Oh, my goodness. How about the beauty in me? Loves the beauty in you. Come on. The beauty in me. Loves the beauty in you. When we come together, there ain't nothing we can't do, 'cause you're easy. You're easy. Easy to love. Oh, yes, family. The power in me. Come on. The power in me. Love the power in you. When we come together, there ain't nothing we can't do, 'cause you're easy. Yeah, 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 you're easy. You're so easy, easy to love. Let's do the principles of my art. Truth, justice, and righteousness. Everybody sing along with me. Come on. The truth that's in me. Love the truth that's in you. When we come together, there ain't nothing we can't do. 'Cause you're easy. Yeah, yeah, you're easy. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. You're easy to love. Oh, shucks, man. You're easy to love. The justice in me. Love the justice in you. The justice in me. Love the justice in you. When we come together, there ain't nothing we can't do. You're easy. You're easy. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You're easy to love. Thank you for the donations. I see you coming in. Thank you guys for your donations. Yes. The righteousness. Come on. The righteousness in me. Love the righteousness in you. When we come together, there ain't nothing we can't do. 'Cause you're easy. You're easy. Easy to love. Let's close out with the African in me. Love the African in you. When we come together, ain't nothing we can't do. Everybody, the African in me. Love the African in you. When we come together, there ain't nothing we can't do. 'Cause you're easy. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You're easy. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You're easy to love. Oh, family, thank you guys so much for your contributions, for your donations. Oh, my goodness. Yes. And by the way, those of you who have still, who recently sent in your donations to help with our elder and the children, Minister Stewart is updating the contribution list. And on next week, hopefully we will call off more names, or the names of you who have recently made your donations in the past couple of weeks, okay, to help with this family. So again, we thank you for that. Thank you so very, very much. Okay? Yeah, buddy. Family, it's been my pleasure. It's been an honor sharing with you today, being your teacher for today. Thank you for being with me. And until next week, the same time, hey, listen, you guys stay strong. Take care of yourself. Stay safe. Vitamin C, 10,000 milligrams every day. Okay? 10,000 milligrams every day. Vitamin D3. Okay, 50 milligrams a day, vitamin D3, okay, and zinc, okay. Oh God, what am I trying to say here? I always forget this, man. What's going on? Zinc, zinc. I'm sorry, I said it wrong. Vitamin D3. 5,000 international units. That's what's throwing me off, okay? And the zinc, 50 milligrams of zinc a day. All right? Let's take it, brothers and sisters, and keep yourself healthy. All right? Please do. All right? There's another couple of strains of this virus going around. And I want you guys healthy. I want you safe. I want you to, listen, I need you to survive. All right? Yeah. Until next week, you guys out there, stay strong. Motto Tep. Peace. Hey. There ain't nothing we can't do, 'cause you're easy.